Welcome to my Stop Fighting with Your Son podcast. If this is your first time here, I recorded 4 episodes especially for you to help you eliminate the fights right away and start connecting with your boy as soon as possible. Go to episodes 54 through 59. I have 4 boys of my own, and I know better than anyone how much you want to have a good relationship with your boy and all the things that can come in your way. If you are a mom of boys, I am the coach for you. Let's go. Hey guys, how's it going? How's your week? How's September going for you? Are you kids back at school? I hope you're settling in, just like I am. I started this new workout that totally killed me yesterday with a personal trainer. And after I took a break for the summer working out, and so that was especially hard for me. I was really laid out yesterday. I had to give myself a little couch time. So are you working out? I'd love to hear about your workouts. I'm so excited to talk to you today because I have a special announcement, a special message for you that will help you a lot. Okay, I think everyone needs to hear this, and this is what inspired today's episode. This was a few weeks ago. I was visiting my in-laws with the kids before school started. We were there, and my father-in-law asked me a question. He said, "So, do you miss wine?" And I've stopped drinking alcohol. It's almost going to be 3 years ago. And I said, no, you know what? I don't miss it at all. I'm actually so happy not to be drinking. And so I said, you know what? I really wish someone told me way back ago that I don't have to drink it, because instead people kept asking me, what do you want to drink? You should drink, have a drink. What would you like to drink? All the time, everywhere. And this is what our conversation was. And I said, it's so crazy because everywhere you go, people are giving you a drink or offering you a drink or selling you a drink. And it's every occasion, have a drink, right? Have alcohol. And so I I wish someone had come up and told me, like, hey, by the way, did you know you don't have to drink alcohol, right? And because no one had told me, I really felt the peer pressure to have a drink and to fit in and to be normal and celebrate. It's Friday, it's the weekend, it's summer, oh, it's the wedding, or it's dinner with the parents, whatever, everything, anything, all the time. Or, we're going to a hot tub, let's have a beer, right? Almost everything that I found that we did was having some sort of social drinking aspect to it. And instead, I wished that I had that message sooner of, hey, you don't have to drink alcohol, right? So because of that conversation, I thought, oh my gosh, if I wish that I heard that message years ago, there must be still someone out there who needs to hear that message today. And this is my whole purpose of the episode today, is just to give you that message that this is it. Hey, did you know you don't have to drink alcohol at all, ever? In fact, you can choose never to drink it at all. And even especially in social situations, right? So this is why I'm having this episode today, because there's someone out there who needs to hear this message. And I want to really talk about before, when I was drinking alcohol, all the effects that I had that I did not love, and now the life without alcohol. And just before I start, just so you know, I wasn't like a alcoholic. I wouldn't consider myself an alcoholic. I wasn't binge drinking. I was just drinking because that's what everyone else was doing, what everyone else was doing around me. And I didn't even realize I didn't have to, right? So what I was doing is I was having a glass or 2 of wine every night with dinner, one before dinner, one with dinner. And I did not love the fact that I wanted it every night. That I did not like that. And with having little kids, that was like having a little treat or having something special, making an evening easier because I was tired. It felt like it was something nice for me, but in fact, it wasn't at all because uh, while I was doing it, I was feeling so ashamed that I was having alcohol during the week in front of my kids. They were little, they probably don't remember. But also, so that shame was it was bugging me a lot, right? Because I don't want to be the person who is having alcohol in front of my kids every night. That's just my value. So if that aligns with yours, listen on, right? But if you want to be someone who drinks, who is more in control of their drinking, this episode is for you. So it bugged me a lot. I didn't want to set that example for my kids. I grew up in a family that we don't drink alcohol that much. I know I'm Russian, and the stereotype of Russians are that we drink a lot of vodka, and our family's totally not like that. We don't drink any vodka. I think my parents only have a little sip of it on Victory Day, celebrating the victory of World War II, once a year, right? So there's no alcohol in the house. It was not big part or any part of our family growing up. So it's not something that I wanted to do and to model for my kids. The other part that was really bugging me when I was having that wine is that I would have that wine, and then after dinner, I'd have to put the kids to bed. Guess what? I have this huge crash after having that wine. I'm so tired. And I would brush their teeth. I would be impatient. And then I would lie down with them, and I was so sleepy. It was ridiculous, right? After the wine. And wasn't like really enjoying being with my kids, right? It was just kind of like covering my whole evening with a sleepy blanket, right? So that's the other thing that I didn't like. And then, so just feeling unwell in general in the evening and in the morning because you have some sort of level of a hangover, right? Dehydrated or tired in the morning or whatever. And so that was another thing, right? Feeling unwell. I depending on it to relax or have like a little treat in the evening. And I had 10 extra pounds of weight from the alcohol, right? Because my body doesn't need alcohol to survive or to fuel my day, right? It does not need it. So I had extra weight. My stomach was sticking out. I'm not a big person. So if I have weight, it sticks out in my stomach and I look pregnant when I'm not pregnant, right? So I was not loving that either. The other thing later, as I came across life coaching tools and I became more aware that I actually don't want to drink and I'm drinking and all that stuff. The other thing that happened was the brain chatter that I had about it. Like, ooh, should I have it tonight? Should I not have it tonight? Oh, I kind of feel bad. I don't want to model it for my kids. And what should I have? How much is this wine? I don't want to ask my husband for another bottle. Like, it was just all that, and maybe doubt about having a drink and thinking about tomorrow, thinking about how tired I'm going to be. So all of those thoughts in my brain were taking up a lot of space in my brain. And then I had coaching on it. So I was spending a lot of energy on thinking about that and kind of trying to figure out a way to do that. And in fact, actually, I got coaching and was able to completely eliminate that in my life. And I'm so happy I did that work. And I've never looked back. It's been so amazing to not have that be part of my life at all. In fact, it's been so amazing that I love talking and sharing this story of mine because I think more people can enjoy this. It's so liberating to realize that this is the thoughts that helped me stop having wine. One of them is I don't have to drink, right? that one, I love that one. I don't have to drink, because before I felt so pressured. And I know it might not work for you, this thought, because you might think, oh, I love drinking. It's relaxing. I love a wine at the end of the day, right? You might think like, what do you mean I don't have to drink? I love drinking, right? So that's why coaching is a great tool to help you work with your thoughts, so you can find your approach to having the action of not drinking. Okay. So that's what I loved, is that the thought is I don't have to drink. And it's so awesome that I'm so proud that I don't drink alcohol. I'm so proud of it. It's so awesome. And the other thought is I wish someone told me sooner that I don't have to drink. It's like this freedom that I got from this message, that I am so inspired to share this with you, because it's so life-changing for the rest of your life. And at the end of this episode, I will share with you two coaches who do help with that. And I highly, highly, highly recommend that you go and get their help if that's what you want in your life. For me, a friend of mine helped me quit drinking, and Brooke Castillo is my life coach, who also educated me and gave me that message that, hey, you don't have to drink alcohol, which I love. I'm so grateful to her for spreading that message. It's so awesome. So let me just see what else I had on my list. So feeling pressure to drink, right? When I was drinking, I felt pressured to have a drink whenever we were out with people. I felt like if I didn't have a drink, people would think that I'm pregnant because I was younger. Or like, if you're not drinking, like, how come you're not drinking? And so it was pressure to fit in, right? So you might feel that as well. Social pressure to be normal, to be like everyone else, to just chill out, relax, have a drink, right? The other negative thing that I had from drinking alcohol was it made me full to eat food. It filled me up, which was a problem because I love food. I wanted to eat. I'm hungry, but now you gave me this drink. Fine. I took this drink myself. I'll take responsibility. And now all of a sudden I'm tipsy and I'm full, but I'm also starving, and I need to eat, but I'm kind of full from this beer, right? For example. The other ones I think I already mentioned all the other negative things that happened for me, negative consequences. And now I want to tell you what it feels like for me now, having not having that part of my life. So the biggest feeling I have, two feelings, is proud and free. So I feel really proud of my choice, because I feel like it's not an easy choice to make, right? Especially when everyone around you is drinking and offering drinks and is living life with that being a big part of their life, right? Celebrations, dealing with life, relaxation, just girlfriend nights, anything and everything, right? There's alcohol everywhere. So it's really hard choice to make. And a lot of people don't even know that they can make that choice. And I must mention, right, there's a huge stigma about people not drinking, because I guess a lot of people associate, if you're not drinking, then you must have a problem with drinking. You must be an alcoholic. If you are no longer drinking, then you must be in AA, right? Alcoholics Anonymous. And so telling people that you don't have alcohol is a risk for them to think that you were an alcoholic that now stopped drinking, right? So you have to be really brave to share that with people, right? I don't have that association in my mind, so I really have no problem telling people that I just don't drink, because I'm fine if they think that I had some alcoholic history, which I don't. So in my head, it's simply that I'm so proud of this choice that I'm making, that I've making all the time, and I made before, that I really wish that for you to experience that too, if you want that for your life. If you don't, it's totally up to you. I am not pressuring you. This episode is simply for people who are really curious about not having alcohol being part of their life, okay? So the other thing that I learned how to do in the evening is how to relax or comfort myself or be tired at the end of the day without alcohol. Because before I would not, well, would want to distract myself from that or feel better, right, when I'm tired or whatever. And so this is a big benefit in my life because now I know how to take care of myself without having any negative consequences, right? Without feeling tired later, right? If I have wine now, I might be tired later to put my kids to bed or do homework with them. And I don't want that, right? So now I love, 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 love. I actually have always loved it, but now I'm utilizing it as a comfort and tiredness tool is shower. I shower around 4 or 5 o'clock. When we get home, if I have a chance, when we get home from school, I grab a quick shower and it relaxes me, and then I make dinner, and then we move on with our night. And I've actually a few of my boys have adopted that habit, and they love having a shower after school. And I just love this idea of washing off the day after your work day and feeling like you can actually enjoy your evening. I highly, highly recommend a shower. So anyway, there's other examples of how I learned to comfort myself when I'm tired instead of drinking alcohol. Yeah. The other benefit is I lost all this weight that I had because I was having wine, right? I think it was about 10 pounds. So I'm lighter. And again, I'm really proud of that result of my decision not to have alcohol. I'm so proud of it because it takes discipline, it takes work, it takes willingness to look at your thoughts and beliefs, it takes willingness to feel shitty and not have a drink to get to where I am now, 3 years, and choosing not to have any wine. So, yay for that. I want that for you as well. And freedom from any thoughts about wine, any brain chatter, I call it. Freedom from thinking ever about it. I can't wait to have a glass of wine, or we should have wine with the girlfriends, or when are we going to go out for wine, or, oh, I had too much wine last night. Oh, did I say something embarrassing last night? Or all of those thoughts, I don't have them. I have space for other things in my life because I've freed up my mind from that, which was not useful at all. And so that is a huge, huge, huge benefit for me. The other thing that is now so great after I chose not to drink alcohol is physically feeling good, physically feeling well most of the time. In the evening, I have energy, and while I need it, I have it, right? I'm tired, but I'm not as tired as I would be if I was having alcohol. And then in the morning, the same thing. I'm not carrying this baggage of tiredness or hangover from last night, from having too much wine, right? It's so amazing to wake up and feel clear-headed and well, right? Just I can't even remember what it feels like to feel hangover now. I'm just so used to feeling well all the time, even though I'm tired, right? So this is just, you already have tiredness from your life. Why would you want to add more tiredness and feeling unwell on top of that, right? So that's why I'm giving you this message. You don't have to drink anymore. So another obvious benefit from not having alcohol is not spending that money on it, right? I have all this cash that is not being spent on wine that I love to think about. Okay, I love to invest in coaching in myself because I know I am saving so much money from not spending it on alcohol that I feel that I can spend all this money on other parts of my life to make them better, right? So that's just another side benefit of not having alcohol. And another benefit that I wrote down here is show others that it is possible to choose not to drink in this way, right? Not in a shameful, stigma-filled way, like hiding that I'm an alcoholic or telling people that you're an alcoholic. No, this is kind of like a middle of the road way where I'm just choosing not to have it, not to have a part of my life. And here's why, all the reasons, and I'm so proud of it, and there's nothing wrong with me. And by the way, did you know that you can do that too? I love, love, love that. And more and more, I start to meet people who are also like myself, who also choose not to have it, not because they have a problem with alcoholism, and not because, and actually they're afraid to tell people, some of them, because they are afraid that people will judge them as an alcoholic. So I love being an example of talking about it freely and being really proud of it and telling people, hell, hey, yeah, this is so possible, and there's nothing wrong with you for choosing not to drink. Yeah, it's just not something that was serving me. That's what I tell people. I just didn't find it did anything good in my life for me, so I don't do that anymore. And I said it made me really tired. I gained a bunch of weight. I just don't like it, right? And whenever I want a special drink, I love, love, love a non-alcoholic beer. It's cold, it's refreshing, and it tastes like normal beer. I even had one non-alcoholic wine once at a restaurant that tasted pretty decent, but I don't love to include that as a big part of my life, because again, it's not something that my body needs to fuel itself. So it's more an exception to my week, right? It's like once in a while, right? And I love bubbly, and if you have bubbly, it's basically just a carbonated flavored drink. I love it sometimes as a little treat, right? Maybe with ice or something different, right? So I hope I've sold you on this idea that life without alcohol is available to you and is something that you should consider. And if you're curious about it, definitely, you should check out this lady, Rachel Hart. She's a coach just like myself, and she has a podcast which you will love. It's called Take a Break from Drinking. And this is all she does. She helps people take a break from drinking. She's really good at it. She's lovely. I have heard her talk about it a lot, and I've learned a lot from her. But also, if you want to check out Brooke Castillo's podcast, it doesn't focus on that. So it focuses on all the other things that she teaches. It is the Life Coach School podcast. But if you search up Brooke Castillo, Stop Over Drinking, then you will be able to find her over drinking program. And I highly, highly recommend checking out both of them or either one of them. They both teach the same concepts, similar concepts and similar approach. And they're both really, really effective. And this will give you freedom from drinking and thinking about it for the rest of your life. I really hope the seed has been planted and that you find that freedom and that pride, and you really benefit from this episode, right? I hope that it works for you. And if you want to have the same freedom from ever having to worry about your relationship with your son, this is what I am here for. I'm not a drinking expert. I'm not a weight loss coach. I am a big believer that relationships are so important to us. And also it's so important for us to make them really good, right? Because we don't want to be there hurting and worrying and feeling guilty when we have all these people that we want to love, right? So, and I have 4 boys and they're so important to me and I love them so much. So my passion in life is to help moms feel really good about their boys, no matter what the boy is doing, no matter how old the boy is. It's just that it's in my heart. It's so dear to my heart to have that good relationship with your son. And so I love helping you with that. And so if you are ready to have that peace of mind and stop worrying about your boy, stop feeling guilty about everything you've done in the past, and start connecting and having fun with your boy, you must sign up for a free session with me today. Go to my website. It's www.coachingnatalia.com and go to the tab. It says sign up for a free mini session. Pick a time that works for you. If you don't see a time that works for you, just email me at Natalia at coachingnatalia.com, and we'll find the time that works. I'll help you find it. Otherwise, yes, sign up. Come chat with me. This is a life-changing experience of taking a look at your own thoughts about your son that you must do. Otherwise, you will be stuck for much longer. And how valuable is this relationship to you, right? You can just get that work done today and enjoy it for the rest of your life, right? Enjoy that connection and the good relationship with him today. All right, guys, I love you so much. I'll talk to you next week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.